I think I see blue. He looks glorious! Old School, released in 2003 and is directed by Todd Phillips, who is also behind such films like Road Trip, Starsky and Hutch, The Hangover series, Joker, and the Joker sequel that is absolutely unnecessary. And this film is starring Luke Wilson, Vince Vaughn, and Will Ferrell. And the reason why we're talking about Old School today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my subscribers and contributors on this channel, Dr. Camp. You strike again. This was a part of a big bundle that you sent my way, and I'm always looking for a good laugh, especially with my recovery of COVID. Definitely feeling better, but if you can hear it in my voice, it's still a little raspy. Got a lot of fluids and congestion going on. It's a really fun time, but I think we're on the mend. I think we're on the positive side, so trying to get back into these movie reviews and trying to be as energetic as possible. Let's see how well I do. Mitch Merton's life has completely turned upside down. He's been kicked out of the house by his cheating girlfriend, and the only house available is a house that is literally on the college campus nearby. And his friends Frank and Bernard see a great opportunity with this, as this is their chance to relive their college days of drinking and having sex with a bunch of women. But the dean of the university is not taking kindly to these folk, and is doing everything in his power to kick him out of the house. So instead of simply just finding another place to go live, an apartment, a house where they can all live together, they decide, you know what, the easier route would be is to start a fraternity. You get a bunch of young kids to do all of your biddings and call you the Godfather. Yeah, that's the easier route to do. So this movie came out right around in my heyday of where I started to develop my own public persona and my sense of humor. This was right in the middle of high school, so I'm getting used to the idea of going off to college, and this film's about college and drinking and partying and wanting to get with a lot of women. So yeah, I'm all about this movie. I watched it many years after, though. I didn't watch it immediately when it came out, so I don't think this film grasped me and set its hooks in me as much as it did my friends who watched this as soon as it came out in 2003. I do believe, though, this film was the catalyst that set Will Ferrell off on his path to become an amazing, just comedic god when it comes to cinema. Yes, he was in SNL and he was making his name off of that, but I think this film was the one that was reaching a global audience and everyone was like, oh hey, this guy's freaking hilarious. And he's by far the best part of this entire movie. All Will Ferrell has to do is look pouty like a little lost puppy, and then also scream at his fellow actors. That's all he has to do, and he's absolutely hilarious. Vince Vaughn is awesome in this movie as well. Of course, his little earmuffs bit with his little kid in this film is amazing. Everyone was quoting that in high school. Everyone was just saying earmuffs and was saying cock, shit, fuck, and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm still on the mend. I don't care about censoring myself. Deal with it. And Luke Wilson is our main protagonist, our main character, going on his hero's journey and developing himself and changing himself for the better. I only realized, though, a couple of years ago that Luke Wilson is the brother of Owen Wilson. And now that I know that, it's like, oh, absolutely, duh, of course, how did you not know that? But it took me a very long time. Wow. The movie is a comedic staple. There are a lot of great bits in here. The whole tranquilizer dart section, the streaking section, the blowjob class scene, all of the triathlons that they were doing at the end to win back their fraternity status. But watching it this time, I do have to say that the story, the plot, and the conflict, and the villain is very, very messy. The main focus of this movie is to be funny and to have funny scenes and to have funny characters, which it does, and there are laugh-out-loud moments, absolutely. But if you look at the story as a whole, the dean shows up and apparently he knows these people from, high school and middle school days, and now that he has some type of power, he's abusing it. But after we're introduced to him, we don't see him actually for a very long time, and then all of a sudden he's just like, these hooligans are disrupting everything. Are they, though? Are they really? And yes, I know that's the point. Everyone is trying to tell him, like, no, they're not. They're actually really cool guys, and everyone really likes this fraternity. He just doesn't like them because he doesn't like the people. I get it. But the establishing of this antagonist and all of the hard stuff that they have to go through with the triathlon and everything. He doesn't seem like the smartest dean of a university. I like my villains, I like my antagonists to be very smart, at least as smart as the protagonists in my movies and in my stories, and this antagonist is really, really dumb. And I feel like that aspect plays into this movie. It's hilarious, but I don't think it knows what it's trying to say or what it wants to be. It just has a bunch of funny scenes kind of stapled and glued together, but in terms of like an overall story and an overall journey for these characters, it's a bit messy. It's a bit up and down for me. That's probably going to upset a lot of viewers out there who watch this and have a lot of nostalgia for this movie. That's totally fine. If you love this movie just for the laughs, awesome. I love the laughs too. But the most important thing for me in a movie is its story, and this story is very choppy and very messy. It is a really fun time, though. There's a lot of iconic scenes and a lot of iconic lines in this film, mainly all coming from Will Ferrell, so I definitely recommend checking it out if you haven't yet. Can't imagine anyone not watching this movie that's in middle school or in high school, definitely in college. I think everyone, it's like required viewing to go off to college. You need to have seen this movie at some point. I'm gonna give Old School 3 out of 5 Blu-rays.
Not exactly what I had in mind, but not bad.
So guys, if you've seen Old School, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.